Checking we are live. Oh, ew. Why is that being weird? Um, maybe the thing. Okay. Awesome. Just having a few little technical difficulties. But we are here now. So let's get into it. Make sure we've got sound actually. Hello? Make sure we've got sound. Hello? Oh yeah, good, we're good to go. All right, let's jump into it. So kia ora ana. I'm gonna run us through a quick training. It may be quick, it may not. A quick training on Google Workspace, on the Google Workspace suite, otherwise known as, or used to be known as, G Suite. Um, let me hold on. Let me get up all my things that I want to show you. So let's just have a little corridor about why you would even take minutes out of your day to watch this. And just to give just a recap, my mahi, the mahi that we're doing here inside of Indigenous Women in Business, this community is about supporting our wahine to, you know, run Indigenized businesses. And specifically, there are three things, but you may have heard me talk about this, but there's three things in business that we're required to do. One, put ourselves out there, which is our marketing, our messaging. Two, pulling the trigger and actually asking for, the exchange business, so selling. And three is permission to thrive and be sustainable and all of that stuff. And today, this category of or talking about Google Workspace, this falls under the permission to thrive, permission to expand, permission to be sustainable in business. There's one thing to make money or make profit, and then there's another thing to have that as a sustainable source of revenue that will support you in your life, and also to support you in the mission that you're out here doing. So today we're going to talk about operating systems, okay? And I'm going to show you one in particular and the different things that it can do, right? Mainly I want to share this because of, how many people that I've spoken to that are like, wow, this is awesome, right? Now, I have been running my own business for between 6-7 years, and I have been in the tech industry for most of my career. And so these things come natural to me, right? Creating efficiency through different technologies comes natural to me. It's where I play every day. However, it may not be for some of us. And so the point of this space is to share the things that are going to help you to play in business. So market, sell, and sustain and retain business. And also, the other half of the mahi we're doing here is about understanding what gets in the way of us playing sustainably in business. But today is not about looking at our thinking or our inner world. Today is about looking at a system that's going to help you in your business, whether it's just you, whether you're just a one wahine band at the moment, or whether you have hundreds of people under you. This operating system is very useful. There are many out there. The two major business operating systems are Google and Microsoft Office 365. So I'm not personally a huge Microsoft Office 365 fan. It's just because one, I like the look of Google. I had a conversation. Yeah, I like the look of Google. I just like its UI, which is its user interface. It's colorful. It's me. It's for me. Microsoft is, that more corporate feel. But Kaya it's up to you. It's up to you what you use. Maybe you're used to using Microsoft from working in organizations, and so you want to stick to what you know because you know how to use Microsoft. So the one I'm going to be running through today, and I may do a Microsoft one, but still I don't even know if I'll be able to. No, I will be able to navigate my way around it, but this is my recommendation to those of you in business, and it's what I use. So I wouldn't be showing you anything that I don't use, right? So let us kick off. By the way, this is being streamed live only into this group. So, these are the types of trainings that I want to bring you for being in here. Your time and exchange, your exchange of time and presence in the space. This is what I want to give you and make sure that you're, having access to. So, Google, I'm going to share my screen, get some visuals going. All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. I'm going to check that we are successfully sharing online. Yep, we are. Perfect. So this is Google, right? And what I want to show you is how it can support you to support you in your business. So I'm going to speak from being a one wahine band because I don't have any employees in my business. And so I do everything. I do the creation of the products and the offerings. I market it, I sell, and I retain, I sustain the business that I have. And this is in my coaching business, not the earrings, because that one's fairly new, but coaching I've been doing for 6-7 years, and I do all of the aspects. And having an operating system that allows me to stay organized, to stay organized and be able to operationally organize myself in a way that's really efficient is helpful, and it allows me to communicate as well. So there are two types of accounts, and I'll try and get into like the differences between the both. You can have a Gmail account, which is free. Okay, so there are two types. I think I pulled them up here to show the difference. So a normal Gmail account is this one, and you can just literally Google Gmail and then set one up. In most cases, you will have a Gmail account, right? It's the free email inbox that you use. And I want to show you what's behind the scenes, what else is in the suite, whether it's the free tier or the paid tier, to really assist you in the operations of your business or in your future business if you haven't created one. The other side of things is to have a Google Workspace, and this is the paid version of Gmail, and it used to be called G Suite, but essentially it's a suite of tools that allow you to effectively run your business. All right. If you have used things like Excel, Word, Publisher, PowerPoint, all of those types of things, Google has, which is Microsoft. Okay. A lot of us would have worked in companies and the operating system is Microsoft. And so we would be familiar with using, Outlook and Excel, Word, Publisher, etc. Google has its own suite of products which are pretty much identical. All right. So let us jump in. Let me just show you for some idea. So Gmail is obviously free. Google Workspace starts at about $8.40 a month. That's really affordable to have all of these applications, to run your business. So I'll take you through them in a moment, but this is your actual your mailbox, a storage drive, the ability to meet. So right now I'm on Zoom, but you could have client meetings, face-to-face meetings, and this is all included inside of these packages. you've got your calendar, you've got chat. So chat is probably more effective when you have bigger teams. So um, when you buy more than one user, so this is per user per month. So if you had 5 staff members, you would buy, that would be that times 5. And chat is really useful to chat within your organization or within your team. Jamboard is, I'm going to guess you jam on a board, like a brainstorming type of thing. I haven't actually used it. We can check it out. Google Docs is the equivalent of Word. Sheets is equivalent of Microsoft Excel. Slides is the equivalent of Microsoft PowerPoint. Keep is pretty unique. It's sort of like OneNote for Microsoft, where it's an application where you can just like upload notes and stuff and keep them in one place. Sites is a pretty cool one. It's the one thing, these two actually at the end are the 2 things that aren't available inside of Gmail, a free Gmail account. I could be wrong on Forms, but we'll verify that in a second. Sites is to actually build a website, like to actually build landing pages and websites. And Forms is to create forms that capture data from people, right? So all of that for $8.40 a month to begin, right? Pretty good. And you get, you get other things as well. Now, the thing I want to talk about here, this is a hard and fast training. So, I invite you to, when you have questions, comment them in the post below, because this is only here on in our Facebook community. And if you have questions, write them and I'll come back to you, because we're here jamming inside the community. So if there's something I brushed over too quickly, just note it down and we'll have a korero on it. We'll have a discussion. So the popular reason why people move from Gmail to Google Workspace is because of the business email. All right, to have a domained email. So like my domain, I have 2 domains. So I've got unearthyourworth.com.au and I've got jbenioni.com, right? So I'm going to show you at a high level how you can, like how that process kind of comes together. Wahinema, if you don't have many clients, okay, or you're not like, how do I say this? If you don't have much business, don't focus on getting things like domains, okay? Get out there and get connected with your people. That's more important than having a domain for an email box that no one's going to email, okay? So it's all like, I want to emphasize this throughout trainings and when I speak to you guys, because the shiny thing syndrome that a lot of us, get, that a lot of people in business get sucked into, like having all the things, all the shiny things to make us look good, right, is so rife. Like it's rife, and we try and like do all these cool things when we're not really ready for them, or when, like one of my first posts I wrote, when we're not really creating the revenue to pay for these things. So these are just here because we've got wahine at all different levels, whether they haven't started yet, whether they're just starting, or whether they're quite seasoned and looking to automate or improve their business systems. We've got all types of wahine in here, so I'll let you use your judgment about what you need. So I had a client call, right? Or a consultation really, where I got a call and something was going on with the email box and they really needed to change the system from Gmail to Google Workspace for the storage, to fix these issues. That's a good problem when you've got a fire, and this person has an established business, they've been rolling on the free Gmail for a while. Like that's a good problem to have, that you got clients coming into your inbox and emails are bouncing and the storage is overflowing, whatever it may be, like, and you've got to upgrade. Like that's when you should think about, spending money to improve it, is when like things are starting to break or it's no longer becoming efficient to use the free version. Kapai. Don't just buy things because we want to look flash, because in the end, we end up paying for that. So let's just run through, I'll give you a look at where all of these what these look like in real life. So this, I'm just going to switch to my Gmail account. This is a free Gmail account. I've used it for years, and I still use it to this day. Just when it comes to customer facing, client facing work, I don't really use it because I have my other accounts. But as you'll see in here, you can have many different accounts logged into. And here is where we access all of those apps that I was just showing you before. So I was wrong. On Gmail, you do have access to forms. So the only one that is not in here is Google Sites. And Sites is to make a website, which kind of makes sense because if you're not a business, then why would you be kind of building sites, right? So the key difference in application between the free Gmail and the paid Google Workspace accounts is the ability to make sites. But every other application, even Google Meet, is Google Meet in here? No, it's not. So Google Meet, oh no, it is. Lies. Google, yeah, I already knew this. The only thing that's the difference is sites. So what I'm trying to get at here is you can have a free Gmail account. And if you just click this hamburger button, right? That's what we call it in the tech world. Click that hamburger button, you've got access to all of these except for sites, right? Do you know how gangster that is? You can actually, so you can start organizing yourself. So you've got your drive. I'll just open mine here. Right, you've got your drive, you can have your folders, you can store everything here. You can, you got your email. I won't open that up because you know what email looks like. You can even start a meeting, right? You can start a new meeting. You can send somebody a code to have a meeting with you if you don't have Zoom, or you're not paying, you don't want to pay for the paid Zoom, but yeah, you want to have a meeting, you can do that. So there's so much, there's a wealth of ability inside of your free Gmail account. All right. So that right there should change your world if you didn't know that. Let's just have a little play around with some of these things. Right. You can literally, create your documents, insert whatever it may be, images, upload from computer. Okay, upload your images. I use these for like creating my own like information pack, even writing like mini PDF book, like for information, contracts. So anything you like, you can upload pictures, you can, type, you can export to PDF. You can do the lot in here. So that's the Google Docs. What else have we got? Sheets works exactly like Excel. Exactly, right? So I don't know about, we don't need to be talking about that, but I was just thinking like, oh, what about this real far-fetched stuff? But yeah, this is the Excel version. Temir. So there's lots that you can be using for free. You don't necessarily need to move up to the paid version. Let's just look at Google Keep quickly, or not. There could be some like actual notes that I don't want on video, but I can't remember what I put in there, but that's a shame. Anyway, for demo purposes, I'm not going to go in there. You can have a play around with it. That is your challenge. So what else have we got? Forms. Let's look at forms. Forms, you can literally build out a form if you want to, grab some data. So I'm holding a workshop on the weekend and at the end of April. I need to gather some information about what people eat. their Kai preferences. So that's exactly what I called the form, and away we go. Send it off. You can build it out. It's really, it's not like advanced, but I've seen obviously more advanced forms than this, but it's really good. It does the job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like have a play around with it. Again, if there's any like more in-depth questions that you have around this, I'm kind of just skimming over the top. We can change, we can change the background, make it that, put a header or over here. You can also upload a custom picture, change the fonts to me, right? Now this is something I will show you. When you get responses back, digging a little bit deeper and turning on some of these settings, so like getting email notifications for when you get new responses, very handy. You can also select where you want information to be uploaded to. You can also have it linked to a sheet, so it will create a separate sheet for the information that gets put into this form, and the sheet will look like, let's just create one. Kai preferences. So now a new sheet has been made inside of my Google Drive. If we go to my Google Drive, and I open up Sheets, I'll be able to see a sheet in here called Kai Preferences. There it is there. And I'll rename that. Let's build this out a little. So meaty, fruit, bread. I'm just quickly. Right. Let's add in another question. This time I want them to write something. Oh, I'm stumped. Do you like cakes? Okay. So I can send that. Just send the link. This is the link symbol. You can shorten it if it's too long. And now we're just going to fill this out, and I want to show you what happens when we fill it. So here we go. Carrot cake. Should pick up if I've got any comments here. Did not do that. All right. Submit. So I should get an email coming in to tell me that there has been a response, and you can see here that there has been a response. So even if I come into the form, I can see the response here. You can see it in different formats, like a graph, by question, or the actual individual submissions. So if there were 10 people, you can flick across and see each and everyone's answers. Now back to the spreadsheet, there you can tell that everything's been updated. So it's really handy, and I should have done that on the form that I just made. Forgot to turn the sheet feature on, but that's okay, kapai, because I have another idea. Anyway, that's not your problem. Let us move on. I think that overview pretty much does it. The last thing I want to show you about Google Workspace, which is going back to our paid version here. I want to show you, or at a very high level, just talk to you about how people have an inbox with a domain, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to switch over to one of my accounts that does have a domain. All right, and I'm just going to check quickly, 1 second. Just want to make sure that if we open up this inbox that I'm not showing any information about people, so that should be fine. Oh, where are we? Wrong one. Okay, fail already. So we're going to go to the Unearth Your Worth inbox. This is a domained inbox, so I'll show you what I mean by that in a second. Right. What I mean by that is it's actually my domain. Don't be reading my emails, mate. But this is my domain here. Okay. So what's going on here is that what is going on is that Google mail. I'm just gonna close that. That's I probably should have checked my inbox just in case there's stuff about other people, but there wasn't. But still, I should be more onto it. Next time, next demo. Google domains. You can buy a domain from anywhere. Okay. GoDaddy. There's heaps. There's different sites to buy domains. My honest recommendation is to buy it through Google Domains. And then it's so much easier to link it to your Google Workspace inbox. In fact, when you go and create a Google Workspace account, right, you can actually, I believe you can purchase the domain at the same time if you wanted to when you sign up. So it's included, as you can see here, custom and secure business email with, and this is what I was going back to at the start, with a Google Workspace account, you get an included custom, which means a domained email. But you have to buy the domain, so this $16.80 doesn't include the purchase of a domain. A domain is a separate cost. So if we go here, you would need to search up your domain. Okay, I could have just showed you this, not my whole email inbox. Good on ya, right? So as you can see here, these are the two domains that I have. If you wanted to get a new domain, because you don't have any, this would be blank, and you would come to get a new domain. You would type in, I'm just going to see if this one's available because I want one for my art. Okay. Got a pana art. Or what about indigenous engineering? Heh. Let's check that one. Yes. So, indigenous engineerings.au. No. So you kind of want to look for, oh yes it is. Here we go. Indigenousengineerings.com, $18 a year. Yep. You want to look like these are the more popular ones, .com, .net, .org, .info. Like obviously .com is more popular. Indigenousengineerings.com, $18 a year. Let me show you this example. Unearth Your Worth. Put that in. Look how much the domain is for .com for my one. It doesn't actually say it, but on some, it used to say how much that domain was. It was like $5,000 to buy it. And I was like, no, but I'm just gonna choose unearthyourworth.com.au. Right? And I might buy that one day as well. Okay, the .co.nz. So you buy one domain and then you set up your email box. Then you purchase your Google Workspace account. You link the two together and you're done. And that's what allows you to send emails from your Gmail looking account. Okay, so it's just the normal normal Gmail account. I think we are going to go back in and yeah, so everything is set up. Oh, this is the wrong one. I need to stop showing you my inbox, okay? Let's just stop doing that. Everything's set up in your Gmail to have a domained email. Now, why is that important? Or when does that matter? It's more professional, but again, if you're in a starting phase of business or you haven't started yet, getting a domain and an email is not your priority. What your priority would be, and we'll have conversations on this more often, is getting your name out there. So putting yourself out there, building that awareness of who you are and what you do, and then having some conversations about asking for business, about asking people if they're interested in your thing. That is what you want to be focused on, not buying a domain. Okay, but this is just here for your reference in the future, and something to look forward to. So that concludes our training for Google Workspace. If you have any questions or want to see something specific, hit me up, and we can either try and answer it, or maybe I can share a little video of what you're trying to achieve. Anyway, have a beautiful weekend, everybody, and I hope that you have a good, nice, relaxing time, and I will see you next week. Heia popo. Oh, heia tērā wiki, ko. Not tomorrow. I will not be online tomorrow. Hei a tērā wiki. So I will see you next